Hey everyone, welcome to the official channel of Artyshils Art Brushes. I'm Vinita or that crazy doodler, and in this video we're going to paint some beautiful patterns using the all new Silver Bill soft watercolor brushes. So let's start with a little bit of warm-up. So I'm going to be painting roses and leaves. But first look at that tip. It's just so pointy and perfect for all the detailing that you need to do. So for the center of the rose, I've used a darker color. So you can pick up any color, any pink or red, and take up a lot of pigment, let's water. And at the center, just do these simple C strokes. And then as you move out, press your brush a little bit more. So I'm using the round brushes and I'm just using the tip for the center and the full body for the outer petals. Now you can see the amount of water or paint this brush can hold because I picked up the pigment just once when I started at the center, and up until this point I'm using that same load, so it can hold insane amounts of paint. And you can see that this is a very small brush but still it holds a lot of pigment. So once you're done with this part, you can add in a slightly darker color, the same color, maybe a darker value, and just create some depth in the petals like this. Again, we're using that simple C motion and just doing this kind of a stroke to create the depth. So that's your rose. For the leaves, again, start with a tip, press your brush and leave it slowly. So the key here is to do this slowly, because if you're in a rush, you'll end up creating a very different kind of leaf. So just make sure that you're super slow with this process. Many a times when you're watching the videos, they are sped up, and you might think that you need to go at that speed, but don't. Just go slowly and just use a brush with a good tip, because that will help you get that shape very easily. Now, starting with the pattern itself, I usually divide my patterns into the main elements and the fillers. So the main element here is the rose. Also, the leaf is kind of a main element, and then whatever space is left, we'll add smaller elements in here, and these will be our fillers. So I'm following the same pattern for the rose, starting at the center and with simple thin strokes, and as you move out, you're pressing the brush fully and trying to create bigger strokes like this with the same color. Now adding in the details here, a little bit of shadow with the darker color. So I'm using the same pink. It's a Quinn Rose from Daniel Smith. So I'm just using the same color and using different values of the color, so more or less water, and you can achieve different colors like this. So after this, I'm going to speed up this video so that you can just go through the pattern, because we're going to repeat the same process for the rose. Almost done with the roses, just adding a few elements at the edges so that it kind of gives a continuity to this pattern. And now we start with the leaf. So remember that you have to do this slow. Start with the tip, press your brush and just lift it like this. Also, when it comes to these patterns, I try to create them in different directions so that it breaks the monotony of the pattern. When all your elements are in the same direction, it kind of becomes boring. Alright, we are done with our main element. So now you can see that there's still a lot of space left in between. So I'm going to use some simple flowers for this. Again, I'm just using the tip of the brush and loading it up with some yellow, or you can choose any color that you like. And we do these simple flowers wherever we have a lot of white space left. Now dropping in some red at the center of these flowers. Now I still see a lot of white left on this pattern, so I'm going to add a few more fillers, maybe some smaller leaves like this. So I've used a different green for this compared to what I used first. So you can go with a bunch of leaves or another set of flowers, some dots. So fillers can be anything. It's just the idea here is to fill up the blank spaces so that your pattern doesn't look like too sparse or incomplete. Alright, on to my last set of fillers. I'll just add some dots here. So I'm using the tip of the brush to just create this kind of a dot. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this super quick and fun tutorial on painting a pattern in watercolors. I hope you'll give this a try and you'll participate in the giveaway too. And in case you want to buy these brushes, you can find the link in the description. And that's it from me. See you soon.